Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Constitutional Freedom. It's been a while since I last posted on my YouTube channel, but after President Trump's landslide election victory against Vice President Kamala Harris, I find it only fitting that I come back and make at least some content for you guys that is fun to watch and informative as well. So I'll keep you guys informed, hopefully throughout the next 4 years of President Trump's term. And in today's video, we're going to be reacting to liberal meltdowns. It never gets old seeing these liberals cry and everything that's happening to them. I mean, you know, crying because they have to pay less to live, I think, is rather comedy at its finest. So we're going to dive into some of the worst and best liberal meltdowns that have happened since President Trump's election victory. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome, everybody. Today's video is going to be quite a hysterical one, at least in my view, because I'm very glad President Trump won the 2024 presidential election against Vice President Kamala Harris, a woman who does not deserve to be the President of the United States. I have nothing against women being president, but I have everything against Kamala Harris ever serving in the Oval Office because she is a disaster. She's a person who is incoherent, not very intellectual, doesn't have an agenda in mind. All she does is repeat talking points given to her by her staff and other people. She had no economic agenda. She had no agenda to solve the crisis at the southern border, which she and Joe Biden caused. And she was really just a terrible presidential candidate overall. So I'm very glad President Trump won, and the road to prosperity for the United States is back, well on its way. And now we're going to have lower gas prices, lower grocery prices, lower inflation, lower prescription drug prices. We're no longer going to have a southern border crisis, and the world is going to be a safer place. In fact, President Trump's already solving the war in the Middle East against Israel and Hamas, as well as the war in Europe against Russia, with Russia and Ukraine. So the world's already going to be a safer place, and I think he deserves the presidency. They've gone after him, 37 felony counts in New York, I believe. And he survived them all. It was a total weaponization of the Justice Department. It was all complete lies. It was merely an attempt to silence the Republican presidential candidate nominee, and now the president-elect of the United States, thankfully. So, of course, they dropped all their cases against him that were led by the DOJ under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. It was obviously weaponized and obviously politically based, and I'm glad he survived those attempts. And obviously 2 assassination attempts on his life. The first one nearly killed him. Had he not moved his head at the time he did, he would not be here today. So I'm very thankful to God that he survived those 2 assassination attempts, and I think God wanted him to become president. So the prophecy is fulfilled, right? But nonetheless, despite all the facts I just stated, the fact that the cost of living is going to go down, the world's going to be at peace, and Americans are going to prosper like never before, liberals are melting down. They're literally having meltdowns, and they're going absolutely nuts over President Trump's election victory against Kamala Harris, which I find rather hysterical. And that's what today's video is going to be all about. I'm going to react to them. I'm going to basically debunk their lies in real time. Oh, Trump's a threat to democracy. They love saying this, but it's a total lie, and let's get into it. Thank you.
Once again, the President of the United States. But not everyone is happy. Kamala Harris's supporters have taken to social media in droves, crying, screaming, and throwing tantrums because the election didn't go the way they wanted. This woman couldn't even muster words and just screamed during her meltdown. And this woman took her meltdown to a whole new level, violently screaming in her car.
I'm sorry! No!
I have to pay less to live. Oh my God, how will I ever? I have to pay less to live. There's gonna be no war.
Why?
Why?
Do you really hate me that bad?
And this woman went through a range of emotions throughout her meltdown.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I can't
can't do this anymore. I'm literally
this is so
sick.
bad.
I'm literally sick to my stomach.
He lets them fill up your tank. I understand.
What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy?
Well,
What has happened to freedom?
We're a constitutional republic. That's why we elect
I'm
presidents.
done. This is a message to anyone who follows me. If you voted for Trump, unfollow me and block me. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me.
Okay.
The fact that it's this close means I've lost all hope in the American people. Like, it should not be this close. Why would anyone vote for this person? He's so evil.
How is he evil?
He's so demented.
World peace.
Kamala's
Better
not
economy.
perfect. We all know
No
that.
illegal immigration.
We all know that.
Wow, he's such a bad person. Oh my goodness.
She is not a convicted felon, rapist, crazy fascist, dictator,
Convicted felon.
psycho.
Do you
This
know
man,
that the
dressed in
weaponized
only a
Department of
rainbow
Justice
scarf and
does
beanie,
what
couldn't
they
quite comprehend the fact that people could vote for Trump.
What the hell? You cannot be serious.
Alright.
How did I
This guy
wake
is a
up to this
typical Kamala supporter.
garbage
Does
as
somebody
my
tell this guy's not
president?
Halloween
That's
anymore?
right, garbage. I went to bed last night and she was ahead. I woke up to this
She actually
freaking
was never
nightmare.
ahead. What the hell? What type of election
Donald
were you
Trump?
watching?
How?
She was never ahead of him.
Does
ever.
America have this many Nazi,
Nazi.
Hitler following pieces of trash?
Nazi. Trump held
I thought
a rally
America
in Madison
was
Square Garden.
already great.
And there were Jewish people at his rallies.
Kamala
There were
had our
African-Americans at his rallies. There
economy
were gay people at his
skyrocketing.
rallies. Yeah.
People
Nazis wouldn't have
were
supported that,
happy.
believe me.
You could feel the joy in her campaign.
She had no joy.
And then all of a sudden,
Think
it's
about
just
how
a-
bad your presidential candidate truly
hijacked
is,
by-
right? Think about how bad the presidential candidate Kamala Harris truly was. That the day she was supposed to concede the election, it was obvious Trump was defeating her. It was obvious he was going to win. She told her supporters who had been waiting in line for like 12 hours to go home. She wasn't going to speak. That's the person you support. Also somebody who is a Marxist, who has time and time again said it is okay to be radical. That's who you support? Give me a break. I mean, wow, I feel so bad for these people. Oh my God. Now, this is what happens when the mainstream media is in bed with the Democratic Party and all they do is indoctrinate and not educate. And so this is one of the reasons the Department of Education is just so corrupt. Kids in schools are learning the duplicity that somehow men can be women and vice versa. It's a lie. And these people, these same exact people, like the guy on this screen who's dressed like LGBT in itself, are brainwashed to believe Trump is Hitler. And that cannot be further from the truth. He is the best president of my lifetime. He is the best president since Ronald Reagan. And these people don't understand that because it's almost like they're robots. They have an inability to think for themselves. But anyways, let's continue with this video and this deranged guy.
By these freaks of nature. They call themselves
very
Trump
nice.
supporters.
Well, Biden called us garbage.
Nobody wants to live in a country full of hate. It's all hate, 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 hate. Trump hates everybody that's not white.
That's not white.
And I can't believe...
Why is Ben Carson going to be in his administration? Ben Carson is an African-American neurosurgeon. Why is Ben Carson going to be in his administration if Trump hates everybody but white people? You cannot make this stuff up. These are lies. These people don't think, they just say. And it's disgraceful.
People of color actually voted for him. How does that happen? What, does he pay them? I'll give you some money if you vote against your own people. Who
even have a
does
job?
that?
I don't think anybody pays you, quite frankly.
This is not going to end well at all. It is not going to end well.
And this woman is convinced the whole thing is a prank.
This is all prank, right? Like we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna go back to the way it'll be a psych. It'll be like a really bad dream, and none of this will have ever happened, right? Like it'll be like the first time, and then we're all gonna pull through fine in 4 years. Correct? Please, someone tell me. I can tell you one thing right now, marriage is the farthest thing from on the table currently. So they screwed the pooch on that one if they thought that any of this was going to actually help with the whole family and kids department and lowering birth rates, because that, not even any semblance of thoughts I had or hope for that is completely going to be a no thanks for me, love. Do you think I would ever even dare bring a child into this country now? It was rough
Yeah, because
before.
they wanna bring a
Now,
child into
no,
this country
that's
when the
cute.
economy is bad,
And the
when
men,
the
don't
Department
even
of
get
Education's
don't even
corrupt,
get me started
and
about
when the
dating. To
country
think
itself is
I was
struggling.
still
You are
entertaining
a
a few moderates
selfish
here and
person.
there
You
sometimes.
wanna
No,
know.
honey, no,
You're a selfish
not even
person.
close. That's never goodbye.
And this is another woman who denied reality to cope.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't even have to freak out right now. We don't even have to we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because
It's not real.
freak out the vote.
This streamer was so angry he ripped his shirt off.
I can't believe Trump's actually gonna win this thing.
That's a typical
Oh, Jesus
white dude
Christ!
for Harris,
I'm so
by the way.
pissed off!
Typical white dude for Harris. Obviously out of shape.
God
Obviously
damn it!
Doesn't have a job. Typical white dude for Harris.
Cutting off hair. I'm gonna have to
It's
cut
like a
it
new
shorter
trend.
now. Does it
Shave
down,
off
right?
their
I
heads.
think this is too.
It's not like a new
It's
trend.
getting hair. Let's see here. Maybe I gotta cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? Yeah. I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Coloring my hair. Having my hair be long and luxurious. That being skinny. Being hot. And all the things
So
that the
she's
patriarchy wants us to be.
So let me get this right. So she is basically saying, I'm going to act ugly. No need to strive to look better or anything like that. Because Donald Trump was elected president. Okay.
Because clearly, they don't give a about us. And I'm talking to you too.
This woman took to the streets to let out her frustration.
Now this is absolutely hilarious. I saw this in real time.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, there you go. Destroy everything. That won't change the fact that the next 4 years Donald Trump will be in the White House, and I thank God every day since Election Day that it was Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris who will serve as the next president of the United States. Let's make America great again. Thank you.